Hello and welcome to Gen Y Footy, episode 12. Well, episode 12, the buys kicked into gear. We've got another 2 weeks of that. Are you a fan of it?
I'm a fan of the buys because it means that we want more footy by the end of it. Less is more, so that's good.
I'm not a fan of you. I'm a fan of Carlton, though, Frankie. And you caught up with Kane Lucas because he missed a sitter, basically.
Well, he did, Dan. And, of course, we launched the Gen Y Footy head goal a few weeks ago on the show. So
unofficially backed by the AFL.
Unofficially. So we took the Gen Y head goal down to Carlton training to improve his basic skills because he needs to work on that. Jake Carlisle, one person who doesn't need to work on any basic skills, Dan. He wins this week's Gen Y Play of the Week. And you took a camera down to his lounge room, I believe.
I barged into his house. He's a star of the AFL now. I barged into his house just to personally give him the Frankie Dean Ioway nomination, and he reveals where he prefers to play also.
What was he doing when you knocked on the door?
Oh, I can't go into that. No, he was just playing FIFA. He was just playing FIFA. But Frankie, back to Friday night. This was an absolute disgrace. The score review, Mick Moldhouse wasn't happy on Tuesday in his press conference. How did the AFL stuff this up? There is a loophole. So Dustin Fletcher knew if he gets the ball back into play, the score review, the bloke up in the little box, can't signal down to the umpires and say, no, we've got a score review. It has to be once the ball's back into play, can't do it. So that's why you see when there's a goal, it happens all the time because they've got more time between going back to the middle of the ground. So there is a loophole.
Do you remember last week when I was explaining a rule and you started to yawn and fall asleep?
Is that what you were doing there?
I didn't do that. I paid you full respect when you were boring us with that then.
Because the difference is, I do it in half the time. You feel you have to mumble, keep going. Even Del Sano fell asleep.
No, he didn't. Now, Dean, this week, as we just mentioned off the top of the show, Kane Lucas kicked a behind from about 10 metres out and single-handedly lost the game for Carlton.
He did. Can I just say, if that happens in a grand final, the score review, back to my rule, that would be an absolute disgrace, and the umpires wouldn't want to go out in public.
No, they wouldn't.
Back to you.
And Kane Lucas didn't want to go out in public this week, Dean, so we took the Gen Y head goal down there because he's seen it and he loves the show and he loves the head goal and he wanted some practice. Let's take a look at it and see how it panned out. Well, here we are with Kane Lucas, the man who single-handedly lost the game for the Carlton Football Club on Friday night against the Bombers with this terrible miss. Kane, what was going through your head here?
I was thinking goals, but in doing that I didn't actually look at the ball drop and obviously just came straight off the side of the boot, so next time I'll be definitely looking at my ball drop.
Yeah, I'm only joking, mate. You didn't do it on your own. Jeffy Garlett should have been a goal and it wasn't given a goal. So Carlton really won by a point. But we're going to go back to basics. So I've got the Oz Kick footy here for you, mate. We're going to reenact this because you've seen the Gen Y head goals before, obviously, and you know that you're guaranteed to never miss another goal again.
Yeah, well, these are coming very handy. Can we have these game day?
I think you need them game day, and we're going to get them down to training, and Mick's going to come and authorise permission to have them over in there to practice kicking.
Beautiful, sounds good. I think it'll come in handy for me.
All right, here we go. Let's get out there. Right, okay, now I'm going to put the head goals on my head because you're the one who needs to practice the kicking, so you aim for me, okay? And we won't miss this.
Yep,
all right.
Sounds good. So.
Ow! Whoa. Ow, that hurt. Okay, Kano, ready? Here we go, mate. This is how we do it. This is how we should have done it Friday night.
Tight angle.
Okay, tight angle. So Lucas takes a bounce. This is what he should have done Friday night.
We'll have to redo that one.
He's the first person to ever miss with the head goal. Right, mate. Well, the Oz Kick ball's not really working for you at the moment, so kick that away. And I reckon let's use the real man's ball. Let's do it with this one, okay? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, a lot more confident with this ball. That one's a bit small, so.
All right, let's do this. So the ball in the hands of Lucas. Essendon are coming. They need this one to steady the ship. Lucas, 10 metres out. He's reeled it! You beauty! That's what you should have done on Friday night. Why couldn't you do it on Friday night? Well done, Kano. That's what you need to do this week against the Hawks, mate. So if you're in a situation like that, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, definitely. Just a bit of composure and put it through the big sticks.
Well, we appreciate you being a good sport, mate. Friday night footy against the Hawkers. Who's going to stop the big buddy?
I think we've got either Mickey Jemison or Lockie Henderson down there, so hopefully they can do a good job on him. And you know, he's pretty dangerous when he's up and about, so keep him under tow.
And then it's the bye, and then it's the Swans at the SCG. That's going to be tough too.
Yeah, a few challenging weeks ahead, so hopefully we can do all right against Hawthorn and then back it up against Sydney at the SCG.
Well, you're going to be right because you've been playing with your Gen Y head goals. You're never going to miss another goal again, and you need to take this down to training next week.
Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that, so if I miss one, I'm going to blame you.
Well, mate, thanks very much for joining us, and good on you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Good luck this weekend. Well, there we have it. Kane Lucas, very nice of him to give up his time to have us come down and teach him the basics of kicking it, Dean, and we really appreciate him for being a good sport with
Someone should teach you how to handshake. Do you handshake up here?
What do you mean?
Mate, you had the highest handshake I've ever seen. Have a look.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Go and shake my hand. It's a bit hard from up here.
Well, you just got to get the hand up a little bit higher there, mate.
Well, you're a loser. You do hang out with
handshake.
You do hang out with losers, and I like to hang out with winners.
Don't call Kane a loser.
No. Well, they lost on the weekend.
Yeah.
I hang out with winners and superstars. I barged into Jake Carlisle's house.
Opposites attract.
To personally give him the Frankie Dean Play of the Week. Take a look. I'm at Jake Carlisle's house and he wins the Gen Y Player of the Week. I've got my ladder because he's 200 centimetres and I'm 160. Let's go in and have a chat. Jakey?
Yeah, come in.
Doesn't even get off the couch. Jakey boy! Hey. How are you, mate? I brought the ladder.
Yeah, you up before?
Oh, mate, I'm 160 centimetres, you're 200, but we'll do it on the couch, that's fine. What are you doing, mate? What are you playing there?
Just FIFA. Just giving Chops a bit of a less, mate. He said he was good, but not as good as West Coast.
Well, I have some huge news, mate. This is going to have to stop your FIFA game for a moment. You are the winner, what an honour, of the Gen Y Play of the Week. Is this the biggest award you've ever won?
Oh, so far, yeah. The only award I've won, I think.
Look at this clunk that you took to win the award. Unbelievable, Jakey Carlisle. Where do you prefer to play, back or forward?
Probably prefer to play back. You get these balls like that, so it's easy to go for it.
Guess what? You're a new star. Don't worry about Michael Hurley, Joe Watson. You are the biggest star at the Essendon Footy Club now.
No, I wouldn't have thought so, mate. I think they're all good players, so just be very humbled and plenty of games to go.
Hey, you're a good Craigieburn boy like us, but here is the Frankie Dean eyewear glasses. Pop them on. That's what you get. That's what you win. I'll pop them on too. So Frankie Dean eyewear. Give us a look there. Oh mate, they suit you to a T.
Good? They're right?
They suit you to a T. Thank you very much for having us in your house, mate.
Thanks, boys and girls.
And who you got? So you got the Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Then
Yeah.
Dubai.
Then Dubai.
Then West Coast.
And then Chops. The old goods. See how we go.
Mate, get back to your FIFA. I'm sorry to walk in like this.
That's all right. No worries, mate.
There you go, my boy, superstar of the Essendon Football Club.
Yes.
Tough life.
Very good actor, Jake Carlisle.
Yeah.
Perhaps if he's not Australian centre forward or centre back, he might be an actor one
No,
day.
I barged in. He had no idea I was coming around.
I know. It's amazing how the camera was already inside the house before you got there.
It's amazing that you were there too and you lost 2-0 in FIFA to him.
No,
and you were actually filming it
I
for
lost 10-0 actually against Jake. But Dean, Jonathan Brown. I have to do this before we finish up the show.
Name dropper. Frankie's a name dropper. Everyone knows he knows Jonathan Brown.
Thanks to our very, very good friends at Bluntstone, Dean. Jonathan Brown has kindly sent in this photo of him wearing his Bluntstone boots while working out in the garden. And his lovely wife, Kylie, has just taken the photo and sent that through there. And he loves his boots. He's always raving on about his Blunstones. And I always get in trouble for saying it wrong.
Yep.
So it's Blunston. That is how you say it.
So it's not Blundstone.
No, it's Blunston. And you know what, Dean?
Yep.
Blunston. Blunston.
Yeah.
They're still the same tough.
You don't know how to say it.
They're still the same tough boot, but they're a little more comfier now as well.
Nah, loves his Blundstones.
He loves his Blunstones.
I've always called them Blundstones. Well,
I know,
get in
so
trouble
have
as
I.
long as you get it right. They don't care if I stuff it up.
No, you're not allowed to stuff it up either.
Thank you to Frankie Dean Eyewear. Thank you to you. You've been fantastic today.
Thanks,
You were best on.
Thank you to Jake Carlisle.
Thank you to Jake
Kane
Carlisle.
Lucas.
Thank you to Kane Lucas.
Thank you to
Thank you to
Jonathan
everybody
Brown
else involved with the
and
show.
Kylie Brown.
Yep, shut up. We'll see you next
Chopsy,
week.
who was
Yep.
sitting next to Jake on the couch.
No one cares. We'll see you next week on Gen Y Footy.